So this video is a rant and a sort of a public service announcement about forums. Interesting topic, but yes, I love forums. Forums are a godsend in the computer world, in the tech world. Whenever you have a problem with anything, it is almost guaranteed you will find some forum with an answer on it. Some of my favorite forums include the Linus Tech Tips forums, the Adobe forums to find out problems with any of my Adobe applications, which I use on the daily. Apple has a lot of great forums for, Macintosh, the hardware and software, just great forums all around. And so forums are always what I go to first when I have a problem. I just Google my question, find some forum that works, or I go to a known forum and, search my question on there as well. And I can usually find my answer pretty quickly. However, it never fails. There will always be someone on the forum who does not answer the question, and he is only there to incite a fight or an argument over the internet over something very stupid, and he's just there to waste space and cause frustration, basically. I say he, that's a universal term, he and she, it doesn't matter. For instance, I was on the Adobe forums recently looking up how to fix the problem with variable frame rate video files in Adobe Premiere, thinking that there was some workaround or maybe something that I could do in Premiere to fix it without having to transcode, this 40 gig file that I had. It was about 2 hours of screen captured recording from Shadowplay, and I didn't want to really have to rework with that. I wanted to work with that specific file, so I go to the forums for help, of course. And one of the forums that I find, there's a guy talking about how his iPhone, he recorded with his iPhone, which also uses a variable frame rate. He was explaining how he wanted to know why Adobe couldn't interpret the iPhone file and why it couldn't have the audio in sync with the video. And I think one of his points was, Adobe is such a professional application and I paid a lot of money for it. Why is it that there's this one small issue still there? And about 20 people after that, in their replies, they all proceeded to go on and yell at this guy for complaining about Adobe's product while using an iPhone to record. Their basic argument was, you're using a very consumer level, a very bad piece of hardware with a professional level application. Why are you complaining about this? And all the guy wanted to know was an answer. I mean, he was on my side in this point. He was like, guys, I'm not here to start an argument. I just kind of want to know the answer. It doesn't really matter to me. I use professional level equipment. I'm just wondering why Premiere is this way with these variable frame rate files. And people still continue to argue their points about, the iPhone is bad and Premiere is good and you're stupid for doing this, and it really frustrated me because I wanted to find the answer as well. And I scrolled through about 20 replies of just this nonsense before someone finally gives us an answer straight out. No, nothing. I think it was like a one-line thing. He gave us the answer, and it was to use a different piece of software to transcode, something which I didn't really want, but it was finally an answer for this guy and for a lot of other people looking on the forum. And finally, the forum rejoices this guy. All the replies after are thanking him, and, because he actually did what is meant to be done on a forum. And it just really got to me because I was so frustrated with this entire process. I spent like 30 minutes doing this just because of those people who wanted to argue points which were barely relevant to the forum's topic. I mean, very barely. It did not matter. What they said did not matter at all. And that's my rant about forums. Please use forums respectfully. Please answer the questions. If you don't have an answer, if you have some insight, or if you have, your 2 cents that you want to add in, don't put it. Put in answers. Please, for the love of God, do this. Everyone will be a happier person, including me. Thank you and goodbye.